Krishna, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Sam Saraswatye Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yunta pravishya mama vachamimam prasuptam sanjeevayathyakhila shaktidhara swadhamna anyamscha hastacharana shravanatvagaadin pranan namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam. Hare Krishna. This sounds like a very complicated message, right? It's sung by a little boy when he was just 5 years old. You must have heard of him, Dhruva. He was the son of a king, but very unhappy about something. What was he unhappy about? We'll discuss that later, because we are more worried about how he got over that problem. He went to his mom crying. You know what his mommy said? All problems can be solved only by one person. You may not see that person, but he is all powerful. Turn towards him. Forget about everything else, and he will solve your problems. This was mother's message to the little one at the age of 5. She did not pamper him, nor did she misguide him. She told him to turn to the divine. Little did Dhruva know who this all-powerful being is. He started walking towards the forest. The king was very sad that his son had left home, but he couldn't do anything about it at that time. On his way to the forest, sage Narada met the little one and asked him where he was going. He said, I am going into the forest, going to stay alone and search for the divine and tell him about my woes. Sage Narada gave him a mantra upadesha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The little one grabbed that mantra and he went to the forest, stayed in a secluded place and started chanting. Very unlikely for a 5-year-old boy to do this. But these people have gone through. They have left messages for us, for our children to learn that when we have a problem, we turn to the divine. They might not understand it when they are young, but definitely they'll learn to do it slowly as they grow up. The little one was in penance, eyes closed, body and mind focused, little knowing what he was doing. He stayed away from food for some time. Then he gave up water. Then a stage came when he stopped breathing. He took in oxygen and he didn't breathe out. That is the time when all the living beings got frightened. They rushed to the Lord and they said, come on, here is somebody who is not breathing. Immediately Paramatma mounted on his Garuda, the ever-faithful companion, and came before the little one. He was stunned. He couldn't speak. He wanted to sing a hymn, but he couldn't say anything. He was amazed at the brilliance of the Lord. The Lord knew what the child wanted. He touched his right cheek with his conch. You know the name of his conch? Panchajanyam. When the Lord appeared before Dhruva, he had nothing to ask him, because he did not do penance for a particular reward. His mom told him to turn to the divine. He tried to see where he could see the divine. And when he saw Lord before him, he didn't have anything to ask for. But the Lord knew what the child wanted. He granted Dhruva many boons. Dhruva became a very powerful kingdom. He was a great king. He spread the message of peace and justice. His stepmother and brother, who were not kind to him when he was a young boy, were treated very well by Dhruva. And finally, when the right time came, the Lord took him to his abode on a beautiful palatial car. Dhruva attained a permanent status, the Dhruva Nakshatra or the pole star. The Dhruva Nakshatra remains in the sky all the time. Travelers find their way with the help of the pole star. There are 7 stars revolving around the pole star. These are supposed to be the 7 rishis. Dhruva attained the highest position. The Lord granted that to him. You have a great moral lesson from this story of Dhruva. Never repay anger with anger or jealousy with jealousy. Turn your attention. You may not know who the divine is, but turn away from those who do evil to you. Get away from those who pick up quarrels. Get away from those who are jealous of you. Good will definitely happen to you. Learn this lesson when you are young. Life will be great ahead and there will be joy all over. The shloka that I recited is the first shloka of Dhruva Stuti that comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. What does it talk about? It talks about the fact that all our organs, sense organs or our limbs or our internal organs work on the command of the Lord. It is important that our children are educated about this. The doer is not the child. The doer is the Paramatma who activates every cell in the body. The doer is the Lord Himself who energizes everybody. And adults, many adults or ancestors have taught us to recite this sloka the moment we wake up in the morning so that it keeps us charged the whole day. The lyrics will be given in this video. Please take down and make sure that your children learn this shloka and they recite it the first thing in the morning. It will teach them many things. It will teach them to be grateful to the Lord who activates their organs. It will teach them to believe in the divine. It will teach them to ask for support when they need. When God mounted on the Garuda, there is a strong message. He wanted to reach Dhruva fast. So the children get to know that if you work body, mind and soul, the Lord will definitely be beside you to give you what you want and to help you in your life. This is the message that is intended. I hope it will be understood. All young mothers, please teach your children this. You learn it too. There is no need for any special preparation. You just have to take down the lyrics, read a few times, and maybe you will be right with it. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.